The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101, and as Al Roker just said during that song, it could have been called Smells Like Right Guard.
That's right.
Because Teen Spirit was a deodorant that
his girlfriend used.
Yeah, his girlfriend used and inspired that song, and there you go. Kurt Cobain's 57th birthday he would have been today.
The Q101 Morning Crew. Sports.
Well, the Blackhawks destroyed by the Carolina Hurricanes 6-3 on President's Day. They've now lost 21 in a row on the road. But Connor Bedard came back last week by surprise, playing, had 3 points, should have had 4, should have had a goal taken away because of a BS offsides call. Here's the fact of the day. Ready? Connor Bedard has factored into 6 of the 7 goals scored since he came back.
Think they missed him?
He is electric. And he really is. When somebody doesn't live up to the hype, it's more common. He lives up and beyond to the hype.
Yes.
Even Wayne Gretzky said that. Polls are off till Thursday because the All-Star break when the Celtics come to town. New report revealed that Jerry Reinsdorf wants $1 billion from the city.
Of course he does.
To make the stadium in that new fake neighborhood, the 78, which has Roger called it. It's an empty parking lot, basically.
Basically what it is.
And I love what do you call it? The designs. What do you call those? The
renderings.
Renderings.
Thank you.
That's the word I'm looking for. They make it look so enticing.
And it's not going to look anything like that. If it ever gets built, it's not going to look anything like that.
Yeah.
This was my point. They'll cheap out on construction. They won't have any of the things they promised. The food won't be as good as guaranteed rate. This is don't fall for this, Chicago. Guaranteed rate is fine. I love it.
So
fried pickles.
Well, both of you guys Sox fans, and so you'd be fine just keeping guaranteed rate and that $1 billion invested in players. What if they asked the city for $1 billion to get players?
I would pay my taxes.
Can you help out?
Who's going to do that?
Also, over the weekends, we talked about this a lot, and it seems repetitive at this point, but the Bears, the school districts of Arlington Heights, so they had a deal in place as far as they said, listen, the Bears bought Arlington Racetrack for $192 million. They say it's worth $60 million, so they get lower property taxes. And then the Arlington Heights School Board said, nah, it's worth more like $160. We'll give you a little break, but $160. They're $100 million off. And on Saturday, they had a deadline for basically to come to some kind of conclusion. That passed. They didn't. So as I said, it's probably going to end up in the south parking lot, the new Bears Stadium.
That's right.
Which is sad because that's a great tailgate lot.
Well, they're going to move to Arlington Heights.
You think that? Wait, what do you know that we don't know?
Well, I'm saying, give me a reason why they wouldn't move to Arlington Heights. They're playing on the same field that we used to play in the radio softball league. They're playing on Chicago Park District property.
Yeah, I understand they want to own their stadium, and I guess they could do it if they built it in the South Lot, or no? Would the city still own that? I don't understand that part of it. If they still built in the city, would the Park District still own Soldier Field? Or the new one, let's say?
That I don't know.
I don't think anybody knows that yet.
But if you think they move out to Arlington Heights, they have their own stadium, they own everything around it, right? And there's going to be theaters and everything. They're going to have the whole complex.
Yeah, those renderings look really good, too.
They look really good, too. Yeah, it'll look like, Jackson Park or something. It'll just have, they'll have 3 or 4 different things down on the field at one time for the multi-sport.
Right.
Yeah.
So you still believe they're moving to Arlington Heights?
I don't think there's a reason why they would stay.
Because they don't want to pay that property tax on the $192 million or whatever.
Yeah. Which
has to be a lot. We always joke, we've been joking the last couple of weeks, it's kind of like when you negotiate your own home and you live in Cook County, a.k.a. Al Roker Jr.,
right.
who moved to Joliet to get out of that property tax
situation. Absolutely.
So they're getting that in Arlington Heights, and the city might just cave and give them some kind of deal. I don't know. It's a mess. I think they're playing both sides. Like when the Ricketts family said we're going to move to Rosemont, you're not moving out of Wrigley Field.
Right, exactly.
Come on, you morons. All right. Also, I'm not sure this is 100% true at the moment, but I discovered that Justin Fields stopped following the Bears on Instagram.
Yes, he stopped following the Bears. He's still following the Chicago White Sox.
Whoa.
Yeah. So my guy's loyal.
Was he pulling a Jordan? Wants to go play for the White Sox? He'd probably be better than half the team.
Oh, my God, yeah.
But that's kind of odd. It's so passive-aggressive. That's how you're sending a message that you're not happy, is I'm going to stop following you on Instagram.
Are you in the Keep Fields camp?
I don't even know anymore.
Emotionally, he's so confused.
I think that at times he looks so incredible, and at times he looks like he doesn't know how to play football.
That's true.
So I don't know. And Caleb Williams, I was at the Notre Dame game, I keep bringing this up, where he sucked. He was terrible last year. I mean, I was like, this is the guy everybody's saying is a generational talent. And I know he's got the Heisman and he's got a bigger track record than that. But I also don't think you can waste the number 1 overall pick because you might not ever get it again. So you probably got to draft Caleb Williams and maybe have him fight in an MMA fight to see who's the starter.
Yeah, if you don't draft him and you give up that pick again, now you probably end up with 3 or 4 number 1 picks in a couple of different drafts.
So you're for keeping Justin Fields and trading the pick, or were you for trading Justin Fields for picks?
I wish Justin Fields had a better pocket presence.
Yes,
because all you got to do is come and swipe the ball, and it's out.
And to be fair, he's been on the run half the time he's been here too.
He's had no offensive line.
No.
Yeah.
You liking this sports talk here, Case?
Yes, I am.
We're
I don't know if anybody else is, but I'm enjoying it.
Hey, we're getting in the weeds here, and it's the biggest problem because you know what's going to happen? If we trade Justin Fields for picks, he's going to turn awesome wherever he goes.
Right, exactly.
And if we don't draft Caleb Williams, he's going to be awesome wherever he goes. And just like Bears fans, we're effed.
Yeah.
That's all it is. That's all it is.
Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. Again, thanks to Al Roker Jr. for hanging out this morning. He will be back tomorrow and the rest of the week. And just a little programming note, we will still have the Pearl Jam tickets for Wrigley Field. Thursday's going to be epic because it'll be a Ticket Blitz Thursday with Pearl Jam tickets. We're going to have stuff all day, every hour. Thursday morning from 6 to 10, every hour we'll have Pearl Jam tickets for Wrigley Field.
That's right. That's going to be a big day. And because I man the phones here, I will say we have more calls for the Pearl Jam tickets over the last week than, maybe since the Pumpkins takeover that we did a year and a half ago. And then, every prize, everybody wants everything, but there's an extra fervor on the phone lines for these. You've still got a shot, plenty of chances to win. Be here 8 o'clock tomorrow, all day Thursday, most of the day Friday. You're going to win some Pearl Jam tickets.
That's inspirational.
I think I'm an inspirational guy.
You certainly are.
Glass half full is my thing.
Oh, really? Case has been kind of sticking me with a poker to make sure I watch The Bear. I should make this announcement. I made this announcement earlier in the show, but it's later, so I want to make...
I've been branding you.
Yes. That I want to say, I watched The Bear Season 1 finally over the weekend, and it does live up to the hype of what everybody's been talking about here in Chicago, of course. I can remember the old Q101 Merchandise Mart. I used to go to Mr. Beef all the time down the street there, and now that's where they're filming it, basically, right in that area and that restaurant, and it does live up to it. And people that came at me for being late to the party, I say. Because I got to enjoy it later now, closer to when the next season they only started just filming it now, so I imagine it's not coming out till maybe even 2025.
No, they said June we'll get new episodes
Really?
of The Bear. Yes, June we're supposed to get new episodes of The Bear on Hulu.
Now here's my question. Should I hold off on season 2 then for like a month or two, getting closer to it?
No. Why would you do that?
I don't know.
Would you eat half a Snickers bar and save it for next week? You don't eat Snickers. Bad example.
Snickers are terrible, the worst thing ever invented. Go with Milky Way.
When you have a pack of Reese's Cups, you eat one and then put the other one away for later?
I wish I was that kind of person.
Yeah, but you're not.
I'm
I know
not.
you.
I can't
you have
do
no
it.
self-control.
So, wow, I didn't know it was June. Okay, good.
Yeah, it's coming. It's coming. They're looking for extras right now. That info's on Q101's Facebook page.
Should I do that?
What, be an extra in a TV show?
I'm in the union. I'm in SAG-AFTRA. I could go be on a extra on a show.
Well, there's weird things with extras in the union. It might be non-union.
Oh, my God.
And also, your whole thing was, I can't watch The Bear. I have a family. I have a baby to raise. And you're going to go be on TV now?
I'm going to go wait 17 hours to see if I'm selected from the 1,000 people trying to get on The Bear.
And then you'll get it and you'll be in the way because I know people, like extras are interesting because there's a whole community of people that are just extras for a living. They're not 6'4" and 1/4. They can't stand out. And I know you're going to be peeking towards the camera. You're going to want your dialogue to be in the show. You're too tall to do it. Why don't you stay at home and raise a child, Brian?
Okay, you sold me. I'll stay home and just watch The Bear Season 2 this weekend, and I'm ecstatic, and all the people that checked in, I appreciate you. It's Brian and Kenzie on Q101 with Bad Omens.
Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.
Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.
That's Kenzie's favorite Pearl Jam song.
That's right.
Talks about it all the time.
It's when she really gets in the mosh pit.
Yeah,
Like,
goes
let's
for
go!
it. Yeah, well, she's celebrating her baby right now on maternity leave, and we'll have Al Roker Jr. again tomorrow in for her, and also Pearl Jam tickets tomorrow. And I can't stress enough, Thursday. Ticket Blitz Thursday. We'll have Pearl Jam tickets for Wrigley every hour.
Woo.
But now Lauren's back.
Ahoy.
Look at that. Hey,
Hi,
girl.
guys.
How you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. How are
That's
you?
wonderful. Last time we talked to you, you were doing the show in for Kenzie. So now you're back in your old time slot.
I am.
Yeah,
but you know what? You already ruined me because guess what time I've been waking up every morning on vacation?
What, are like 6 o'clock and stuff?
Yeah.
Why is that?
I don't know. I feel like maybe I should be here.
Oh,
My body was convinced after 2 days. All right, let's do this.
I understood what you were going towards.
Yeah.
Took Brian a second.
it took me a second. 'Cause I'm a zombie half the time doing this now. Like back here at Q101 this run, like over 5 years, and I forget how your body gets trained in just a short time to get up at 3 a.m.
Happens quickly.
No, Lauren did 2 days with us, and then she needed a week off. It's like, I guess I'll see Lauren next week.
Goodbye, Brian and Case. Hello, my lord. Yeah. So what do you got? Well, actually, hold off and tell people know what's coming up. There's a lot going on. First, let's do takeaways. Case, what do you got?
Andy from Joliet checked in. He said, Brian wouldn't know Courtney Love if Courtney Love called him and told him it's her.
Facts. I always think I'm being punked when that stuff happens.
You're so paranoid.
Oh, very paranoid.
I think you were convinced 3 hours in, though.
Oh, yeah.
Sounded like.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, okay, there she is.
Well, at the end, she said, I want to get laid. Are you cute? I mean, that's a good signal to saying I'm being punked. But it was her. It was amazing. That was a little reminiscing there back with Al Roker Jr. today.
And I love how you did not hesitate 1 second. You're like, yeah.
Yeah.
Are you
was
cute?
she?
Yeah.
What do you say to Courtney Love? I'm not cute. Should I say that?
No, I think you should have shot your shot.
I did and I didn't. I mean, I didn't follow up with it, which is bad. I'm looking back, I should have followed up.
Probably
You
too
should have
late
flown
now,
out to
though.
L.A. to get with her.
Yeah.
And now I showed up, she was like, who the F are you?
You're telling me I called a radio station for 3 hours? That
Yeah.
sounds insane.
Yeah.
Who would do that?
Lauren, takeaways on the text line. What do you got?
Double Features Mike says, takeaway, as long as there are divorced dads who have their kids on the weekends, there will always be a Hooters. But you gotta buy the calendar for the coupon.
That's right. For the coupons.
Yeah, that's why.
And a different Mike spells it with a Y. Mike checked in from 708. Takeaway. Snickers suck and Case is a CD hater. My car has a 7-disc changer still in it. No Bluetooth, no aux cord.
Wow.
7-disc changer.
Wow.
Yeah.
You had the 6-disc.
I had the 6-disc in my Chrysler LeBaron with a subwoofer in the back too, and I remember often pulling off. I can't believe I did this. I pulled off on the Kennedy to change CDs in the back because I didn't like any 6 I'd put in.
Yeah, you're like, I need the Power Man 5000 CD stat.
And I had that big notebook with all the CDs in it. You take them out of the case and you
Yeah.
put them in there. Or I had the visor one too.
I still have both of those things and I have no CD players.
Oh my God. Please take a picture of that when you get in your car if you're later on today.
I cannot even express to you. I love that conversation so much about the DVDs and the CDs because I still am holding on. I don't have a device for either item.
Right, but you have them all.
But I literally have boxes of both. I mean, the CDs are probably my most prized possession, which is crazy.
I had at one point 4,000, I believe, and I sold them a while back. I mean, years ago when I made a move, I got tired of carrying them, so I ripped them all into my computer by myself. I did that. It took months.
Dude, kids these days will never understand. They
They
just
will-
have everything in the cloud.
People like Case, the struggle he'll never understand.
You'll never have those muscles from carrying around all your books and crap.
I've literally never bought a CD
Oh my God.
because by the time I was buying music, it was you had to buy it digitally, and then I obviously buy a lot of vinyl albums. I've never bought a CD.
That's
Wow.
terrible.
I rented Nickelback CDs from the library as a kid. That's the closest I've come.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's a hot tip.
a little factoid for you.
Wow.
All right.
All right. Well, you miss a moment, miss a lot, of course. And Lauren, what do you got coming up today?
Dude, so much today. Let's skip ahead to 2:30 because that's going to be your chance to score that trip for 4 to Miramar Beach, Florida.
That's where Lauren's from. If you listen to the show
Yeah.
when she filled in, she said Florida 900 times.
Answer to every trivia question.
Every trivia question was Florida.
But it's the Moon Crush Festival. It's on the beach. Noah Khan, Lakeshore Drive, the Revivalists, and Head the Heart. More. So that's 2:30. But then every single hour, top of the hour, you're hook up with sold out Cold War Kids tickets
Damn.
and access to their sound check party and a meet and greet with the band. So that will be coming in 9 minutes.
My wife wants to go. Can you hold one of those for her? Because I don't have the juice to get one for her.
Your wife
Yeah.
can always be my plus one.
Damn.
Damn straight. Mine too.
Well, easy, everybody. Hey, it's my wife. Case, what's coming up in the podcast today?
Well, we had Al Roker Jr. from Q101 yesteryear on all day. So we talked to him. He returned in the 6 o'clock hour. Poured one out for Hooters at 7 a.m. this morning, which was a very nice necessity to pour one out for Hooters. And then finally, we found out if you want to make $68,000, there is a way. One crew member did this. He will tell you on the podcast how to make $68,000 doing the dumbest thing imaginable.
Wow, that's a good tease for the podcast. The new Brian and Kenzie podcast, anywhere you get them, and of course at Q101.com.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.